The Missouri National Guard one-on-one. Missouri National Guard, always ready, always there.
Well, we don't have to tell you how big a game this is this Saturday. Missouri, Texas A&M, division title on the line, shot the SEC championship on the line. We're joined by Gary Pinkel and Coach. I know all that stuff is out there, and just talking to your players earlier today, they were saying it's all about focus, right? And what you're preaching to your guys and trying to get them in the right frame of mind for this game.
Yeah, it is. We all know the importance of the game, but they've all been important. It just the more you win, the bigger they get, but it still gets back to, I'm being redundant and it's being boring, but it still gets back to how you're going to play your best game. And if you take all the clutter, all the things out there, and you want to watch a little bit more ESPN, you want to get on social networking a little bit more, you start to do all these little things, then you're not going to do the things necessary to play your best. And they get that. All these guys get that. So they also got to have fun with this. This is, you do this. This is fun. This is awesome to be in this position and this opportunity.
It's also senior night, and that's always very emotional. And how do you deal with that as a head coach, and how do you tell your players to deal with that as the participants in the game when you know there's going to be emotion involved in that, and then they've got to turn around and play this game?
I think that me talking to seniors, which I do, I'll have a meeting with them as I do every week. I have to probably do a little bit better job this year than maybe in the past. This group's really close. And I don't think I've really emphasized it enough. I got one of our veteran players called the other day or texted the other day and said, make sure you tell those seniors to brace themselves a little bit. And meaning it's real emotional. And I'm a wreck. It takes me about 8 minutes in the first quarter before I wake up. So we got to deal with that. And this is a very close team. And so it's all good to owe those guys so much. You take a year ago at this time when we were struggling and had that real difficult year, and what these guys have done, I can't, for Mizzou football, for our program, because they love this place. I can't thank them enough for all they've done for Mizzou.
You mentioned that a season ago, and talking to LaDamian Washington, he was saying, he hated going through it at the time, but he really credits the lessons learned a year ago with some of what's leading to a lot of the success this season. How much do you think your guys have learned over the course of the last year or so, and how much is that contributing to 10 wins and in the conversation of so much right now?
Well, I think it's just a reality. A reality is that we all grow versus adversity, and I think everybody does. That's how you get a little tougher. You go back and look at yourselves and you evaluate yourself, and you become a little more determined. You set bigger goals, higher goals, all these things that happen when you have adversity. I remember a year ago, right after the season was over, we went and started talking about, went back and analyzed the team and the things we can do to create this better team atmosphere, and then we just went on and on and on. So, we've all been through a lot, but we've persevered and we've battled, and we've got some great opportunities now.
How much have you seen guys around here, even throughout this season, continue to develop as players and just get better as players and continue to improve every week?
Oh, we've gotten a lot better. We're a lot better football team. We're in the first week of September, not even close. And we talked a bit a few weeks ago about the prerequisite for that, staying healthy. And we've been, knock on wood, we've been a really healthy football team. Very fortunate, especially coming off the last couple of years we've come off. But there's no question about it. We're a lot better football team. And I don't think we've played our best game yet. I don't think we have. And this would be a good time to do it.
I was thinking about this. People are going to ask you all week, I'm sure, about this game this week and everything. And I was thinking about it. And you think about that game in '07 where it came down to the last game, and it was at Arrowhead. And now you think about it now, you've got another opportunity like this, and you get it at home in the Zoo. And how huge is that crowd going to be playing a game of this magnitude with your home crowd behind you?
Well, our fans have been awesome. You look at the crowd, 8,000 people at our game last week and at Ole Miss, and our fans have been traveling everywhere. Our fans are as good as you can get. You can't ask for anything more. And now we're having them in the Zoo in a big game, in a championship game, and it's sold out. All the students will be back. They'll come back early to go to it, and it's all great. It's all good stuff. But yet, for our players, it's still about focusing. It's still about playing your best game, and they recognize that.
Coach, we appreciate your time. Good luck this week, and hopefully a division championship when it's all said and done.
Yeah,
Thanks.
we'll see. Thank you.
All right, that's Gary Pinkel. Tigers and Texas A&M, Saturday, 6:45. If you're not at the Zoo, you can catch it on ESPN.